Hi, this is Linda Bratten Creations, and I'm here today to talk to you about fabric repeats. Now, fabric repeats are really important when it comes to creating those kaleidoscope quilt blocks. And for our block of the month, our Dresden, Dancing with the Dresden Plate, that's what we're going to be doing in the next month. So I want to talk with you about how to use this. Now, fabric repeats aren't just for quilters. If you are a upholsterer and you're going to do dining room chairs, you need to be able to identify where the repeat in the fabric is so that you can center it on all the chairs. If you do drapes, you need to be able to match your repeats both vertically and horizontally when seaming pieces together. And then finally, of course, if you ever want to sew with plaids, you definitely need to be able to find the repeats. So let's take a look at my samples. Now, when you look at your fabric, what you want to first do is identify any similar elements. When we look at this peacock fabric, you might think that this peacock and this one are a repeat. But if you look a little closer, you're going to see some significant differences that can make a difference in your block. For example, there's more flowers over here than there is on this bird. And then also, if you look at the selvage edge, this bird is much closer to the selvage than this one. One secret of the trade is to always look for these color dots found in the selvage. That always indicates where the repeat is in the pattern. So for our Dresden plate blocks, these peacocks are going to be a little bit on the big side. It would be really hard and it would take a large volume of fabric to get 16 blades or the minimum of 8 blades out to make it look great. Now my next sample is this cute little yellow and blue calico. While it's cute and pretty and the repeat is very, very short compared to the peacocks, you won't really see a kaleidoscope pattern when you cut this because the print is actually too small. So this and the peacock fabric would be really bad choices. But now you're probably asking, what would work for my Dresden plate? Well, I happened to find this lovely plate fabric in my stash, and it's got a fairly regular repeat that could be conducive to getting lots of blades in a short amount of volume of fabric. So this would be an ideal fabric for your blades to do a kaleidoscope block. Also, of course, I have some lovely peacock feather fabric here, and you're going to notice that the repeat is very, very short. So you could get a lot of blades with even a lesser amount of fabric. And then I want to share with you the fabric that I actually chose for my sample block. This fabric actually kind of reads like a border fabric. It has a very stripe-like essence to it. If you look, we've got the floral plates, you've got the mountain plates, you've also got the diamonds going through it. And this gives you a lot of opportunities or options when it comes to creating your kaleidoscope blocks. To help you with your kaleidoscope endeavors to find those ideal pieces and wedges, I've created a little wedge viewer for you. You're going to get this with your block number 8. And what we want you to do is just cut it out. And then you can use this wedge viewer to help you identify which images would look pretty for a wedge of a kaleidoscope. Now I have some samples here. And I kind of want to just discuss a little bit about them. And this ideally was the one I decided I wanted to use for my block. It's a really pretty, I thought the edges of both plates here would give it kind of a circular look. Plus we have the diamond here and this icon that will be one of our focuses. So when you look at this through the wedge viewer, you can kind of see how that block is, or how that wedge is going to look in the block. And if this is something you like, well, go ahead and go for it. Now, something to be aware of is you want to make sure that what you're looking at is the same thing. I have 2 wedges here, but you'll notice that this wedge is a little skewed. It's not quite centered like this one, so I would have to put this one in the can't use pile. Also, we have this one here. Well, it looks almost the same. Upon closer inspection, you're going to see that we have a different plate here in the center. It's not our blue floral one, it's the mountain one. So that would also have to go into the discard pile. Now this one would have been a totally different look. Instead of using the plates in the middle, I'm going right up with those diamond shapes. Just a different feature. And that would have also been quite pleasing if I had chosen that one. Now for our block, we want to make sure that we get at least 8 wedges. So if you get 8 wedges, then you'll choose a fabric that reads somewhat solid, and you can get a very simple kaleidoscope type appeal. And we will probably do the rounded edges just for the sake of time during class. I do want to share with you though how pretty it is if you can get all 16 wedges cut with the kaleidoscope, the repeats going in the right direction. It's a real stunning block, and I think you'll like it. So as you go through your stash, be mindful of those repeats. Remember, we need at least 8 to get a block completed. 16 makes that really pretty kaleidoscope. So have fun searching through your fabric stash, and till next time, may your bobbins always be full.